Some roads are more than just paths. They're pieces of history filled with stories from the past. Route 66 is one of those roads. Today, we're taking a 90-mile stretch between Seligman and Kingman, Arizona, through the heart of the Mother Road. This journey isn't just about the miles. It's about the nostalgia, the adventure, and the spirit of the open road. Seligman. This is where it all begins. Known as the birthplace of the Route 66 revival. This small town feels like a time capsule from the 1950s. Walking through here, you're greeted by retro diners, old-school gas stations, and vintage cars that make you feel like you've stepped into the golden age of road travel. It's not just about the sights, though. It's the stories behind them. The travelers who've stopped here over the decades, the memories made in these cafes, and the adventures that began at these very crossroads. As the journey continues, the road opens up, stretching into the vast Arizona desert. Every mile between Seligman and Kingman feels like a step deeper into history. Small towns like Peach Springs and Truxton pop up along the way, places that once thrived as pit stops for road travelers, but are now quiet, almost frozen in time. These towns may seem forgotten, but they carry the weight of history. The old motels and gas stations, the diners that once served weary travelers, they're remnants of a time when Route 66 was the lifeline of America. Driving through this stretch, the scenery is nothing short of stunning. Vast desert plains, rugged hills, and the occasional sight of wildlife make it feel like you're driving through a painting. The stillness of the desert, the open road ahead, it's a kind of freedom you can only find out here. Each mile brings something new, and yet there's a timelessness to it. It's like the road itself is alive with stories, waiting for the next traveler to come along and add their own. As you approach Kingman, the landscape shifts. Desert plains give way to mountains. The road winds through these rugged hills, leading you into a town rich with history. Kingman isn't just another stop on the map. It's a living museum of Route 66. Kingman has embraced its place on the Mother Road, with Route 66 museums, historic buildings, and an old railroad depot that feels like stepping back in time. It's a place where you can almost hear the echoes of the travelers who passed through here decades ago. But the journey doesn't end here. A while back, I took an unforgettable trip from Edmonton down to Phoenix, Arizona, a long haul that took me through some of the most breathtaking landscapes I've ever seen. It started with leaving behind the flat plains of Alberta and crossing into the US, where Montana's Rocky Mountains welcomed me with their towering peaks and valleys that seemed to stretch forever. The Rockies are something else, massive, powerful, and humbling. Driving through them reminded me just how small we are compared to the sheer force of nature. Then came Utah. That's when the journey really started to feel special. Highway 89. It's a quieter route, not as busy as the main highways, but the scenery, absolutely unreal. Red rock cliffs, canyons, and views that seem to stretch out forever. Phoenix is the kind of place that feels alive with energy. The heat, the dust, the endless sky. It's the Southwest in all its glory. This journey along Route 66 from Seligman to Kingman and beyond through the Rockies and the deserts of the Southwest is more than just a road trip. It's a journey into the heart of America, where the past and present collide, and where the road always leads to something new. Because in the end, the road isn't just a place, it's a feeling, a sense of adventure that keeps calling mile after mile. Thanks for joining this journey across one of the most iconic highways in the world. If you're ready for more road stories and adventure, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Until next time, keep exploring, and remember, the road is always waiting.